So I am back again for part 3 of this snail and mushroom piece. Now I have gone over there with some extra stitches, stitch that down fully, stitch this down. So I thought I might come in with some stitching with this because it's sort of got a bit of that yellowy thing in there, and I'm going to just do a little basic stitch around there and then come in and do maybe some of the snail. So where are we? So much stuff over here, it's ridiculous. Okay. Oh, and I've still got this guy to put on as well. So we'll start. Actually, we'll start here. This is as good a place as any. I'm just going to do the basic little this type of stitch, and the yellow brings out the yellow of that, and then it's got the sort of a purpley colour, which sort of is in there. So that's why I picked this bit. Most of the skeins that you get are the DMC, like the stranded cotton, but this one is a pearl. So this is just going to add a little something to make it look pretty. Okay, it's a pretty thick needle and a big one, but I need it because it's a bit of a thicker thread. So I have to go around looking for a chenille needle. Yep. You can hear any noise in the background. I did go in there and tell him that I am filming and to be quiet. My son is over, and he has cleaners come in every second week at his place, and he doesn't like being there, so he comes here, and he's only sort of not long gotten up, and he goes, I'll have a shower. So he's having a shower at our place. Well, he was the last one to have a shower there anyway, so he's so cute. That's my youngest. Yeah, he likes his independence, but he misses mum and dad as well. It's so cute. So, and it's only a kilometre, so he just walked down. Okay, pretty easy little stitch. Okay, should be watching this. I'm all pre-recording. I think this is, I still might be in Queensland at this stage. Yeah, I'll be coming back home tomorrow. So I thought I'll have this done so I don't have to worry about it, because I've got 2 Mondays in Queensland, so I thought I'd better pre-record. I quite like that purpley colour. I think it's really nice. So this, the lighter, there's sort of like a light blend of the yellow and the purple. That looks really nice with that. I quite like it. So, it's not going anywhere because it's being stitched down, but I just wanted a bit of colour around it. Oh. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Make sure to stay in camera. Nice and easy, this stitch. And because you're just going back and forth, it actually looks rather nice on the outside too. Yeah, it's cute. It's got this little running stitch. Okay. Oop. I think that one might be a tad big, but that's okay. Oop. There we go. Is that going to bother me? Oh, it's probably going to be covered with that white bit, so it's all right. Got to learn not to be so pedantic. As I often am, a little bit too, you know, got to be perfect. Yeah, I mean, my oval's not perfect, so therefore this stitching doesn't have to be perfect. I really do like that lovely goldy colour. I think it's really nice. Just really brings out that. I like it. Now, so how are we all going? I hope you're pinning up your pieces on the Facebook page so I can have a bit of a look at how you're going. Once I do, like at the end of this month, I will put, you know, what's left over of these as singles as well. So I've got 10 packs put aside that have got the 3 months worth, so that they're still there if you're wanting to get. It works out cheaper getting the 3 months worth, and you know, saves in postage. But having them singly, that works out okay too, because it only costs $5 in postage overseas, and $3 in Australia, but it doesn't come with tracking, whereas the other one does come with tracking, because yeah, so looking very nice. Nice and quick, this stitch. How are you all going with your Christmas pieces as well? I'm excited to be working on mine. Now, I might have to go underneath there because it's pretty thick. Okay, so I got a thicker needle. When you've got to go through those thick bits. Oh, I've just got a big whiff of the lavender. I've got lavender in my room, and I just moved it from one place to another, and it stirs it up. Oh, it smells really good. That's left over from my when I did the ladies group thing and made the lavender bags. Oh, that was interesting, I can tell you. There was a lot of beginners, and yeah, I had to sort of go from table to table. It was a little hard, but they all enjoyed it, and it's nice teaching newbies, you know, slow stitching. Because there was a group that were doing stitching and a group that were doing painting, and there was more doing painting, and she had a microphone, and it was just really hard to, you know, some of the ladies couldn't hear what I was saying, but it all worked out in the end, and their pieces are looking good. Okay, nearly there. It goes pretty quick. And then we'll proceed to start. I'm just doing a bit of stitching in between, and then I mean, if I, you know, sort of have to stop suddenly, then I'll redo more stitching a little bit later on. It's just that while my son's in the shower, and he takes forever, you know, by the time he gets dressed and he's in the shower, likes to linger. So yeah, I like the way that it looks on the other side. Looks really cute. Well, I've got this in my needle, I might do a little stitching on my snail. Okay. Well, I like that. And I think the purple looks really quite nice. Didn't think it would, but it does. Okay, we've got to make sure that we're in camera. Okay, so, well, there's not a great deal of that left. I was thinking probably going to be more highlights than anything. I might have to grab something else. I was actually thinking, you know what? Got this, which is a really good colour, and also this. And I was thinking maybe I can couch it on and raise it up. I think I might. This is a bit of a daggy bit. And I think, to be honest, this will be enough. So what I might have to do is, move this along. I think this will be enough. And we might leave it in the same thickness. But here's a look. I'm just trying to see if I've got this rosy colour. I wonder if I use that to hold it down, it might work. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll have that. Now this might prove to be tricky, and I might be like wishing I hadn't done it. So I don't want it coming through. I think I'm going to have a bigger piece, a thicker piece. There we go. Yep. Okie dokie. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, hey? So, still in. Okay, so what we'll do is I'm just going to twist that a little bit. He's humming and singing away to himself. He's so cute. 22, but he's still really cute. Now, pull that through. Hold that down. It's going to prove rather tricky. Oh, okay. I'm wondering. I think it's a tad thick. Maybe we can thin it down a little bit by snipping it in half. And that way if we need any more, you've got it. Okay, yeah, that'll work. That's better. And because it's thinner, I reckon I could get it to go through. A big enough eye. And then grab a here we go. Now I'm going to have to grab another needle. This is what we do when we do couching. Yeah, we're still in. Okay. Ugh, never easy. A bit thicker. There we go. So I'll come in here next to it and hold it down. Okay, and then it'll go like that. It's not going to be easy, folks, but nothing worthwhile is. So we're going to go down. Okay, I may have to pause it. I'm still filming, matey. Okay. And then come up through here. This would be easier off camera, but I think it's cool that I'm just going to twist it. Okay. I think I'm just going to have to go one bit at a time. Okay, then up here. Going through. Okay. Get quiet when you're busy concentrating. Okay, coming up here. I think once that you get that first bit done, the rest seems to be a little bit easier because you've got more of a you know, more of a grip on what you're doing. I'll take that off. Love the colour. Okay. Come in through there. Drag this around. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. If not, you just can zoom in on your, if you've got a smartphone, you can just go like that and you zoom in. Okay, what I'll probably have to do is pause and come back later. You've got the idea. That way my son can come out in peace and just keep going around and round. That's cute. And I kind of like that little bit of yellow, which adds a bit of texture and colour to it. Okay, I'll be back. There you go. Hello guys, it's Susanna here. Well, I am back, and after stitching this down and everything like that, and I was just chatting with my son, and I was looking at this, and look what I've done. I've done an absolute major boo-boo. I don't know how I did it. That's that way. That's that way. If it was the other way around, I would just leave it there. But the writing and everything is the wrong way around. I think what I might have done, because when I originally did it, it's supposed to go down the bottom there. I did it, and then I took it off, and then, you know, like did stitching, and somehow I put it there. Like that's a major stuff up. So so what I'm going to do today is show you how you can fix a major stuff up, and it's going to take a lot of guts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find out where we started, and I think it is this piece. Yep, that's the one. So take this off, undo on that, and we are going to undo these, but we're going to keep the this bit. Okay, and at this stage requires a major, like I've got to unpick certain stuff. Well, here's that. I mean, and everything is like stitched down. I can't unpick it all. So what I'm going to have to do is unpick the edges, cut it out. Oh, holy dooly. And I've got myself a bit of fabric that's pretty much the similar colour and texture and all that kind of stuff. Apart from that, I'll cut it out. I will have to re-stitch it back down, and on this side, this is where the lavender's going to go. I'm just going to have to stitch that down, and it'll get patched over. When it's finished, you won't even know. But doing it in the meantime is painful. And I thought, do I show this on my channel? And I think, yep, I should. That way, if you ever do a major boo-boo like this, don't feel like that you can't, you know, you can't fix it. So, oh my goodness, it's just, there's no way I'm going to pull everything off, especially with these little stitches. I just can't do it. Just so annoying. It's just, and if it was, you know, if it was up the other way, but the writing's sideways. It's going on my bed. If it was going on a table, I could put the other one on the other one, but it's just completely not going to work. And I have to do this. So yay to me. So this is not all going to be unpicked, which is the beauty of it. So what I will do is I'll just unpick all this. None too exciting for you to watch me do this, but I'll just show you the steps of what I'm going to do, and then I'll pause it and I'll come back. So what I will do is I'm going to unpick this, and then unpick that to there, and I'll unpick this, and you know, I'll just unpick from, yeah, I'm just going to have to unpick, but I'm going to cut around these, leaving a little bit of a thing. So I have to come pretty close here, and then I'm going to have to grab that and put that on there, and then grab that other fabric and stitch that on. So I will pause so save you the suffering, and I'll get to the point where I've got to recut. So yeah, so you don't have to watch, but this is what you do when you make a boo-boo. Oh, it's terrible. Oh, I couldn't believe it. Back in a sec. Okay, back again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold all this over. Have to fold it over and pin it. Okay. Ugh, such a pain in the rectum. Oh my goodness, can't believe I stuffed up so badly that I'm going to have to cut a hole in my piece, but it'll be all good, as she says now. I put that over, had to unpick that, so at least it's not all unpicked, which is good. Okay, so now what I'll do, see, this reason why I had to unpick here is because I don't want to, it was over the top of this, I don't want to cut this, so I'm going to have to cut here pretty close. And then that, pick this over a little bit. Okay, try and get it over as much as possible. Yeah, this is the bit, this here, and stitching that on there, and even around here was I didn't want to cut. Now, the painful bit. Look away if this makes you, well, queasy. So I'm going to cut into my beautiful tablecloth. Okay. I'll try and keep a little bit around the outside as much as I can. But on those bits here, it's gonna be pretty tight, so, and I'll show you how to patch it as well, like as in not just fix this part. I'll get really close to this. Oh my goodness, it's just painful. Okay, but it's doable. Don't feel like you can't do this. Now I've got to be careful here because I don't, you know, I want to keep as close to the edge as possible. Okay, yeah, because we need some for fixing on the other side and some for repairing this great whopping hole we've just managed to make for ourselves. Keep it really close in between. Ooh. Okay. Okay, well that's off. Oh, look at that. Isn't just that awful? Okay, now what I'm going to do with this, all is not lost. Got my piece. giving it a good iron, and I'm going to come in underneath. I might take this out because I'm going to have to pin. Okay. Keep this bit because I do like it. Okay. Oh, is it the, make sure it's the right side. Okay, put it over to the edge as much as possible and make sure that it's flat. Get pins. Now this is going to be covered with the next piece. I mean, it's a pretty major boo-boo when you've got to do something like this. It's, you know, almost brings tears to the eyes, like as in, you get very nervous trying to repair. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do probably a running stitch, quick running stitch to hold it there to get rid of the pins, and then I might just do a slip stitch so that the edge is not going to fray. Thankfully bits are going to go over the top of this, but we cannot work with a piece that's got a great whopping hole in it, because it will just make it really weak, and you know, you need that stabilization. So what I'll do here, and I'll cut away that other end once this is being sewn down. Like I'll flip it round and cut it, and maybe even do a, you know, like a running stitch on that to make sure that that bit that I've cut away is being put down as well. It's so almost nerve-wracking. Okay. Okay. Send some this way. It's just a little bit easier to put it in this way. I thought I'd get little pins. Okay, that's that part done. I will come back and stitch that. I might do another pin in here. Okay. Put it down like that for now, that'll do. Okay, so that's that bit. See, it looks better already. Now, that's where, oh my goodness, the next bit's going to go. So it'll be all good. So the next one that I've got is the is this piece. You get to see November's piece. You guys have, you know, you just have to go onto the website to see what it is anyway. So that'll go on there and be round, and it's going to go that way. So that will cover that, and then I'll make sure that these bits get covered. So it will cover. I thought I'd better do, can you see that? I better do this to reassure you that it, you know, it's going to be covered. Okay, next step. Okay, back down here, put it in the right spot, directly underneath, which is where I had started. Okay, getting this down to make it look like it's always been there is probably harder than doing that part, because that will be covered. So what we are going to do, what I might do, got got these bits which are pulling it in, so I undo that. And that's going to cover some of the bits anyway. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Okay, it seems a little, you know, so there you go, your piece does gather. Okay. This is just temporarily going to put it there. See, this piece is going to be covered by majority of the pieces. So have it so it's going okay. There we go. Now these here, I think I'm going to tuck underneath so that we don't see it. So get the old glue stick. And tuck it, because it is pretty fray. Because it's pretty close. This is why we needed that little bit extra. Okay. That other bit underneath, it doesn't matter because this is going to go over it, so it's all good. Okay. There you go, so it's not as bad as what I originally thought. And because this fabric is the same fabric as what's underneath, if you do see any of it, so that's all good there. We'll get this little bit, tuck that under. And the same with on the top. Okay, thank you for your patience, guys. And then that is going to be covered by that. So that's all good. So what I might do here is do a little bit of glue on the underneath. So that sticks to that. There we go. Same here. I could probably do, let's give this a cut so it stops there. Glue that down on itself. Okay, now re-glue it. And then I'll pin it too. So I'm not going to bother with stitching that. I'm just going to glue that down and stitch around the edge because it doesn't really matter. I'm so glad I didn't do all of that, like as in stitching it on the centre and everything. Okay, the moment of the truth. Okay, put it so that we're got a little bit. There we go. There we go. going to go down there. Oh, I forgot to put a bit of glue on this bit, so that'll go there. Go down there. There we go. And I will also pin it. I'll leave this tucked over there like that. That's down there like this. Come in underneath to stick that so that's holding down. Okay, now it's where it's supposed to be. Good grief. And so what I will do is I will proceed to stitch that down behind the scenes. So you got a bit of a, you know, I'll come back in with more of this. It broke, so I'm gonna have to, like, I'll finish it off here and finish it off here. That's why I've left it. And then just get another piece to go around there, stitch all the way around to hold it down, and yeah, I'll be back. So what did I do in this video? I actually stitched around there and did that in the first one. So you've got that and how to mend, do a repair. There we go. See, it's like it never happened. Holy dolly. Yeah, so yeah, by the time I pin it all down and give it a good stitch, I do like him though. He was very cute. Just look, see? And I am going to go around down that one. So in the last video, I'm going to concentrate on working on these. So I'll just do the white and, you know, just, it's going to be all embroidery. So this is part 3, how to fix the stuff up. And, you know, still add that bits and pieces. Okay, guys, well, thank you very much. And in the next video, I'll show you how I managed to, you know, put that together, this bit, and how I fix that. Okay, guys, well, I will catch you in the last one. And see, that's going to put that in there. I'm going to put that on the top. So, yeah, so I'll do the little finishing off bits, and then I'm going to embroider that down, and it's going to go through, so that will hold it down as well in the center. Okay, thanks for watching, and thanks for your patience, and I hope you learned how you can fix the stuff up. Thanks for watching. Bye.